I'm Elio, and yeah, Spanish was my first language, and I can't speak it anymore.
I go to school in the Bronx, New York. My school is mostly made up of Hispanics. The majority of the Hispanics are Dominicans. I identify myself as Puerto Rican, but I'm also part Spaniard. I left the Bronx, New York, and I went to Edison, New Jersey because I wasn't doing as well in school as I could be. So my mom and my aunt came to an agreement that I would go to school out there. I'm really glad that I went to go live with my aunt in New Jersey because I feel like I have more of a feel of like what the real world is like. Coming back to New York, the schools are totally different. My old school, like I couldn't really relate to a lot of the kids that went there. I did make quite a few friends there. When I would talk about, Hispanics and stuff, they would be like, oh, I don't understand why you're so proud of your people. Like, you guys are offered all these opportunities and you do nothing with it. So when I come to New York, I am with like a whole bunch of people, even though they may not be like the same nationality as me, but they still, like, our cultures are really similar. So it's easier for me to make like a friendship and a bond with them. So I would say most of my group is Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, and then a couple of blacks and stuff that I hang out with, but not really any other race because no other race goes to my school. People automatically assume that all Hispanics are like dropouts and they're not going to do anything with their lives. Most of Hispanics, they don't make enough money to go in those neighborhoods where like the white people live because they can't afford it. If like the majority of like the higher class is white, and then the lower class is always like blacks and Hispanics. So a black person or a Hispanic person is not going to be able to afford to move into a white neighborhood. So automatically they're forced to be segregated whether or not they like it. I was 15 when I was first stopped by the cops. It was the summer I came back to New York, and I was with my friend, and it was like 6 o'clock at night, and the sun was going down, and I was just walking to the park, and like these cops came up in a paddy wagon, and like 6 cops just jumped out, and like they ran to us with flashlights, and like they were like, oh, get up against the wall. And then they were like, what's this in your pocket? I'm like, that's just my phone. They were like, and then like he like had like 3 officers hold my pocket open while he went in slowly with a glove. I'm like, it's just my phone. After they left, like I was like so shook up about it, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they just did that to me. Like, I'm so like scared now. And my friend was like, this always happens, like, where have you been? And then he was like, you'll get used to it after a while. And eventually I did. Like, I've heard about it, but I didn't know it was so common. And
he thought it wasn't going to happen to him because when I told him, you gotta be careful because the cops stop you, and his friend told him.
Yeah, they were like, oh, you look like a white boy, the way you dress and stuff. Like, everybody out here, we all like act a certain way, we walk a certain way, we don't. So they're not gonna assume that, they're just gonna think that you're like a visitor, like from downtown. That treatment makes me feel basically, that just makes me feel like really like upset. Like, why are they stopping me here when I'm not even doing anything? I can understand if I look suspicious or I'm doing something wrong, but if you see me with my book bag on and I'm like going to school, like, why are you gonna stop me and question me? I just feel like the United States is supposed to be equal, like everybody's equal, but yet it's not what it's made out to be. I feel like it's important for people to understand that there is racism, because without knowing that racism exists, then it can never be solved. The problem will always be there. As long as you continue to say that it doesn't exist and you don't try to take care of the problem will always exist and get bigger.